What's up everyone, welcome back to Workshop Rebuild. In today's episode I'll be back on the John Deere 317 and I'll be sharing with you guys some updates that I've done so far, so stay tuned. I got some work done on the John Deere 317 off camera, but I'll go through with you guys what I did to get to this stage, so stick around. Since the last time you guys seen this garden tractor, I installed the wiring and the instrumental panel as well as the dashboard right here, but I went ahead and installed the rear fender or the rear panel, the rear lights right there, and I installed the battery tray and the hood latch right here. So to install the battery tray, you're going to need 4 bolts that bolt onto the instrumental panel from the outside, which I painted green as well. And the battery tray I painted black, and they're held in place with 4 nuts. Next up is the hood latch right here, which is held on the instrumental panel as well with 4 bolts, 2 on the right and 2 on the left side. I added another 2 additional bolts right here, and this is for your parking brake or your safety right here. That doesn't let you get out of neutral until you release the brake. Moving on to the rear, which is the rear panel or fender, we have 1 bolt right here up front and another on the other side right down there. 2 bolts up front, and then this goes to the back, and we have exactly 2 nuts right here, 1 right here and 1 right here. Those are the only 4 spots which secure this rear fender right here, and you want to make sure that those are secured because you do not want this rear panel going anywhere. These lights right here have 2 bulbs inside of them. The original ones only have 1 bulb. Since these are aftermarket, they were a little bit cheaper than the original ones, and I just opted for these because they have the exact same bolt pattern and they work fine. So that's another update on the rear, and I already wired them up. So I have the 1 positive wire coming to the lights, and the ground is actually inside, which goes off of 1 bolt hole to the rear panel itself. So that is an update for the rear end right here, and now I'll move on forward to what I have to do next. Right in front of me here, masked up on these tires, I have the hood of the John Deere 317. In a previous episode I painted it green already, but I have to do some touch-up work to the area where the lights will get installed, and for that I'll be using a aluminum gloss spray paint right here by Tremclad, and I'll be just painting this area right here, so when I install the halogen lights that'll maybe give a little bit better glow effect, and then after the paint is dry I can install the light lens. So let's get to the spray paint. Just finished up with the silver spray paint. It looks very good. It is shiny, so I hope the lights have a better effect in the dark. And now I can move on to some little bits on the tractor itself. Right in front of me here on the table I have 2 components for the dash. One is the choke lever or the choke pull knob, and the other one is the throttle lever right here. They do not move very nicely, so it's going to be hard to adjust your throttle, and the choke could be a little bit easier as well. As you guys can see, it only goes to a certain spot, but then it's really hard to pull. If the choke is that far or not, I don't really know, but a simple way to fix this is to grab a little bit of oil right here. It can be on a brush, it can be in a little bottle or anything, but as long as you have oil, you can get these to work the way they should, and they shouldn't be this hard to pull them in and out. And the same thing with the throttle lever. You should have a little bit less resistance on the cable itself going through the housing. So what I'm going to be doing right here on this choke cable right here, I see on the top we have 2 holes right here, which is actually really nice. What I normally do is actually just pull it up and apply oil on this right here and let it sit vertically so the oil can make its way down through the housing and all the way to the end. So then if I have oil right here, all the way at the end, I can work this in and out like this, so I can be sure that this will operate properly. Same for the throttle. I'm going to hold this vertically and add some oil right here and work the oil down by pulling and pushing on the lever. So I just applied a little bit of oil on the choke lever right here, and it already makes a huge difference. The fit on the top end is obviously lubricated, but I do want the oil to go down into the housing so the wire has less resistance as well as you pull on the knob. I'm just going to let those wires hang vertically there for a little bit so the oil can reach the bottom of the housing and the tip of the wire. Now I'm going to be cleaning up some other parts and installing them on the dash. So I'm going to wrap up today's video right here. I got some work done on the dash over here. Those little pieces were really important to do. And I got some spray paint laid over there on the hood. I got the knobs installed right here on the rear fender. But I'm really just waiting for that engine rebuild kit so I can continue with that. And finally place the engine in here so I can put all the panels on and get this tractor ready for summertime. So as always, stay tuned.